So if somebody has worked for a big corporate for 10, 15, 20 years and they get this opportunity to work at an early stage or maybe a later stage startup, tech startup, what would be your top tips to anybody in terms of making the transition and also the expectations that they should have in that?
I think that in terms of making the transition, generally you'll take a cut in pay, I think, to go and work for a startup. Unless you're an absolute megastar and you just have to, the organisation has decided you have to be on board. Generally, the budget constrained, but there's so many other benefits that come from working for a startup.
It's interesting, actually, talking about the money. I've been dealing with tech startups both here and in the UK for 20 years, a long time, and it's often the startups that pay the big bucks are the ones that aren't successful because they've spent all the money and not conserved it and spent it on the right things, almost with a lottery winner mentality.
And I guess that's the flip side of that is, yes, you might take a cut in pay, but there's the opportunity at equity potentially in the organisation. And I guess the other thing about a startup is generally, there's startups going on in all sorts of different industries with all sorts of different causes. The opportunity to go and find something that aligns with your thoughts and aligns with your values. When I went looking for this particular role, I wanted to work for an organisation that was doing something good. My CEO is very passionate about the education sector and trying to improve it across the board. And I see that from a socially a very, very good thing. So I think just go into it with a open mind from the point of view of what you might be doing. You might be replying to a role description and it might have a certain number of things in it, but just go in there and take your passion and your enthusiasm and just pick up whatever you need to do to make the company successful.